Okay, so let's start today's class. Today we are going to solve some problem based on the transformer efficiency. Okay, in the previous class we already seen that some problem related to the transformer losses. That means the hysteresis losses, eddy current losses are there in separate form of hysteresis and eddy current losses. That means the core losses and ohmic losses. Okay, so today we are going to solve some problem based on the efficiency. So that's why we first of all know that the losses of the transformer, we already discussed some problem in the previous class. Okay, so based on that losses, you just find this some problem for the transformer efficiency. Okay, suppose that if you consider one example related to the transformer efficiency losses, so suppose that if you consider one example, that means an 11 divided by 0.4 kV, 11 divided by 0.4 kV kilovolt, 25 hertz, 25 hertz, single phase transformer, single phase transformer has the ohmic hysteresis and eddy current losses. Yes, has the ohmic hysteresis and eddy current losses of and eddy current losses of 1.8%, 0.8 and 0.3 respectively. That means all losses given in percentage. Okay. 1.8 percentage, 0.8%, 0.8% and 0.3%, okay, respectively. Okay. what do the losses becomes if the transformer operated from what do the losses becomes if the transformer operated from the transformer operated from 22 kilowatt 50 hertz supply main system. Okay, 22 kilovolt 50 hertz 50 hertz supply system, the current is assumed to remains the same in both these cases. The current is assumed to remains the same in both the cases. In both the cases, also calculate the efficiency in each cases. Okay, also calculated the efficiency in each cases. Efficiency in each cases. Okay, so this is your problem where the rating of the transformer and their various type of losses given in percentage. Okay, that means ohmic losses, hysteresis losses, eddy current losses are given in percentage. If you change the operating voltage and frequency, then what becomes the losses? That means hysteresis, eddy current losses, and ohmic losses. And also find the efficiency in each cases. You already given the data of losses. So from these losses, you may find out the efficiency. Their basic formula we already derived in the previous class. So just try to follow this problem. Here, suppose that consider two cases. One is your operating voltage at 11 kilovolt transformer and 0.4 kilovolt of the secondary at 50 hertz 25 hertz, and in the second case your transformer is operating at 22 kilovolt and 50 hertz. So you subscript 1 and 2 for the two operating system. Okay, that means one for this operating system 25 hertz and 2 for the 22 kilovolt and 50 hertz. Okay, so just try to solve this problem. As you know that the voltage relation, okay, the voltage relation equation. So subscript 1 is used for script 1 is used for 11 kilovolt 25 hertz, 11 kilovolt 25 hertz, frequency, and subscript 2 is used for 22 kilovolt 50 hertz. Okay, subscript 2 is used 22 kilovolt 50 hertz. Okay. 50 hertz. Now you may be observed that from these two conditions, 11 kilovolt and 25 hertz, and next is your 22 kilovolt, 50 hertz. So voltage is not 2 times the voltage becomes of the previous one. So at 50 hertz the voltage is double. For the same current के लिए यदि voltage double हो रहा है, then output P2 at 50 hertz is also double of the output of 25 hertz. That means इस condition पे suppose that output power is your P1 represented by P1, and at this rating 25 kilovolt and 50 hertz, suppose that output power is represented by P2. Okay, so for the same current rating, if voltage is double in case number 2, that means power is also 2 times of the previous one. Okay, so at 50 hertz, the voltage is double. The voltage is double for the same current, for the same current, therefore the output P2 at 50 hertz, therefore output at 50 hertz is double the output at 25 hertz, is double the output at 25 hertz, is it not? 25 hertz. That means if you represented power at 11 kilovolt 25 hertz by P1 and 22 kilovolt 50 hertz is P2, then P2 is your 2 times of the P1, is it not? So that means P2 equal to, mathematical form we can write this equation. That means P2 equal to 2 times of P1, is it not? So P2 equal to 2 times of P1, is not? Times of P1. So ohmic losses given in percentage. So ohmic losses 1 divided by P1 equal to given to you 1.5%. Okay, and hysteresis loss given in percentage of 0.8. So just note down this losses in percentage. That means ohmic losses represented by Pu suffix OH, ohmic losses. So P suffix OH 1, this one for 11 kilovolt and 25 hertz frequency. Okay, so POH 1 divided by P1, that means output power of at this rate. So P1 is given to you 1.8%, is it not? 1.8%. Similarly, ohmic loss is given to you 0.8. That means, sorry, hysteresis loss. Okay, so this one can be represented by as hysteresis loss. So pH1 P suffix H1 divided by P1 H1 divided by P1 is given to you 0.8%. Is not 0.8%. And eddy current loss is given to you 0.3. So PE1 divided by P1 PE1 divided by P1 given to you 0.3%. Okay. P1 given to you 0.3%. Okay. So ohmic loss, if we discuss about the ohmic loss, okay, ohmic loss. So since the current is same at both the frequency and voltage, okay, since current is same at both the frequency and voltage, at both the frequency and voltage, the ohmic losses in what remains the same, that means the, since ohmic losses is directly proportional to the square of the current. So if current is same in both the condition, that means both the frequency and voltage, then ohmic losses is also unchanged. Okay, ohmic losses is same in both the cases. So the ohmic losses in watts remains unaltered. Unaltered. That is pH2 equal to pH1. It doesn't change. That means pH2 equal to pH1. Since current both in current is same in both condition. Okay. So you will write pH2, that means equal to pH1. So POH2 OH2 equal to POH1. Is not POH1. Is not. So ohmic losses is also same in both the cases. Okay. Percentage ohmic loss at higher efficiency, higher frequency, how much? That means if you percentage want to change, that means POH2 divided by P2. So percentage ohmic loss at higher frequency is percentage ohmic loss at higher frequency POH2 divided by P2. Very good. If you want to represent in percentage, so POH2 divided by P2. So find out in percentage. So POH2 divided by P2. Okay. So P2 is your 2 times of P1. Okay. So just put here, and POH2 equal to POH1. So just put this value. So POH1 divided by 2P1. 2P1. So this value given to you, POH1 divided by P1 equal to 1.8%. So just put here, that means 1.8 divided by 2 equal to 1.8 divided by 2, that means 0.9%. Is not. So in percentage 0.9%. Okay. Now, if we discuss about the core losses, okay, core loss. So, as we know that the core loss, the voltage is related to frequency and maximum flux density by the expression. Okay. So that means core loss depends on the voltage. So voltage is dependent on the frequency and maximum flux density. So this loss is changes. Okay, this loss is changes. So the voltage is related to, since the voltage is related to frequency and maximum flux density and maximum flux density If you remember the voltage, the equation, then voltage of induced EMF in a transformer can be written as 4.44 frequency maximum flux density into area and number of turns. Okay, so we can write here voltage V equal to 4.44. Just write the expression of the voltage 4.44 frequency and maximum flux density. Okay, so V maximum M suffix here the maximum and area AI into number of turns. Okay, into number of turns. So we can write this equation for different frequency and voltage level. So if this at 11 kilovolt and 25 hertz frequency represented by, suppose that suffix 1, so you write here in suffix of voltage 1 and frequency at 1, okay, and maximum flux density in suffix 1. So you need just write here these two equation. If you divide, that means V1 divided by V2. Okay, so we can write here V1 divided by V2 divided by V2 equal to the constant term is cancelled out to each other. So in numerator part F1 Bm1 and denominator part becomes F2 Bm2. You know, so just write here F1 Bm1 F1 Bm1 F2 Bm2 F2 Bm2 okay. So just put here the value of V1, V2 and F1, F2 and find the value of Bm2 in terms of Bm1. Okay. So if you put the value of V1 and V2, that is nothing but V1 equal to 11,000 and V2 equal to 22,000. Okay. So just put here value of V1, V2 and F1, F2. So 11,000 divided by V2 equal to 22,000. 22,000 equal to F1 equal to how much? 25 hertz. Okay. F1 equal to 25 hertz and F2 so BM1 and F2 is given to you 50 hertz. So 50 into BM2. BM2. Okay. So if you divide this one, left side it becomes 1 by 2, and this one if you divide by, so it also becomes 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 is cancelled out. That means BM2 equal to, you can write here just simply BM2 equal to BM1, is not. So BM2 maximum flux density 2 equal to BM1, is not. BM1 1. Okay. So the hysteresis loss have a relation, know the relation between the frequency and maximum flux density. We also saw some problem in the previous class on the losses. So the hysteresis losses loss, that means pH is written as kh frequency into V maximum to the power x. Okay, pH have you remembered the relation of hysteresis losses in terms of frequency and maximum flux density? If you have, then you just write that relation pH1 pH equal to kh pH equal to kh frequency into V maximum to the power x. Okay, So Kh frequency and maximum flux density to the power x. So just write for the two condition, that means pH2 divided by pH1 can be written as pH2 divided by pH1 equal to, sorry, the part, pH2 equal to how much? F2 by F1 into V maximum 2 divided by V maximum 1 whole square. So just write here F2 by F1, F2 by F1 into V maximum 2 divided by V maximum 1 to the power x. F1 into V maximum 2 divided by V maximum 1, V maximum 2 divided by V maximum 1 whole to the power x, V maximum 1 whole to the power x. Whole to the power x. So just put here the value of pH1, F2, F1. You already find the VM2 equal to VM1. So this is already cancelled out. Is not. Becomes on. So we can write here pH2 equal to pH2 equal to pH1 into F2 by F1. So just put the value of H2 and H1, F2 and F1, pH1 into F2 by F1. F2 is here how much? 50 hertz. Okay. So and F1 is here 25 hertz. So just put here the value of pH1 into F2 by F1. So F2 is here 50 hertz and F1 is here 25 hertz. 25. That means equal to pH2 equal to 2 times of pH1. That means hysteresis loss is double. Okay. Hysteresis loss voltage is directly proportional to the core loss. So just here pH2, that means equal to 2 times of pH1. Okay. Means pH1. pH1. Just when you find out in percentage, that means pH2 divided by P2 equal to 2 pH1 divided by 2 P1. So this loss, hysteresis loss will remains same. Okay. So percentage hysteresis loss at F2 V2 is percentage hysteresis loss at F2 V2 is represented as pH2 divided by P2. Not pH2 divided by P2. What is the value of pH2 in terms of pH1 2 times? Okay, so 2 times of pH1 times of pH1 divided by P2 equal to 2 times of P1, 2 P1. So 2 P1. You know that pH1 by P1 is equal to how much? 0.8. Okay, so these two is cancelled out to each other. So you maybe write down the pH1 divided by P1 equal to 0.8%. Okay, 0.8%. So hysteresis loss do not change at the frequency of F2 and V2. Okay. Similarly, just find out the relation of the ED current loss. Okay. The ED current loss remember the relation of ED current loss in terms of frequency and maximum flux density square. That means P represent ED current represented by P equal to K by frequency square into maximum flux density square. So maybe right here P equal to K frequency square into maximum flux density square. So maximum flux density square. So just we can write the relation of P2 divided by P1 equal to F2 square P maximum square divided by F1 square B maximum square. Okay, so maybe write here P2 divided by P1. So P2 divided by P1 equal to F2 by F1 F2 by F1 into V maximum 2 divided by V maximum 1 whole square. V maximum 2 divided by V maximum 1 whole square. V maximum 1 whole square. So just put here the value of F2 and F1 here. Since the BM2 and BM1 is equal, so this term is cancelled. So you may be right here. PE2 equal to PE1 into 52 divided by 25. 50 divided by 25, that means 2. 2 whole square, that means 4. Okay. So you may be right here. P2 into F2 by F1. So just F2 by F1 F1. Okay. So 4 times of P1. Is not 4 times of P1. Sorry, P1. So similarly, you can find out the percentage of, that means P2 divided by P2 equal to 4 times divided by itna. So in percentage, this one becomes equal to 2 times of the previous one. Okay, that means 0.6. So you find out the efficiency at V1 F1. V1 F1, that is 1 minus losses divided by output plus losses. And this losses when you may be converting per unit. That means 1 minus per unit losses divided by 1 plus per unit losses. And just to find out the efficiency. If you find out the losses, then you are able to find out the efficiency. That means eta equal to 1 minus losses divided by output plus losses. Okay. So you maybe just solve this problem. So maybe practice some problem based on the efficiency. So just we stop here, and in the next class